We live in a twilight world and are no friends at dusk. So, Inception. What a great film. Definitely worth a watch for anyone that hasn't seen it, or if you haven't seen it for a while, I definitely think it's worth another watch now. Right now. After the whole experience of 2020, I think for a lot of us, things have changed, like radically. Like the world, the reality, the universe, whatever you want to call it, the illusion, the matrix, the simulation, it's different now. Real different. One of the things I've noticed, whether or not everyone else has noticed it, I don't know, is time. Time is moving at an accelerated rate for me. I've spoke to quite a few people and they say they feel the same, but it would definitely be interesting for any of you guys to drop in the comments what it's like for you currently now, 2020 and pre-2020, what it's like for you now, what was it like for you then? Because for me, I wake up now on a Monday morning, and by the time I've brushed my teeth and put my flip-flops on, it's pretty much Friday night. It's going that quickly. Now, I look back at when I was like 20 years old, and I'm going to be a bit graphic here, yeah, but fucking hell, man. When I was 20 years old, right, I had my first serious relationship, and, either she'd stay at mine, I was living with my nan and granddad's, or I'd stay at hers, she was living at her parents', but either way, right, the day would start like this. I'd wake up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, I'd go and make myself a big bodybuilder's breakfast, because I was really into my training in those days. I'd go back upstairs, I would go and, have sex with my girlfriend, some morning sex. I would then drive to work, which was usually about an hour away, go and do like 9 hours on the construction site, go to the gym straight after work, do like a 2-hour workout, go meet up with my girlfriend, either her place or mine, have dinner and chill out with her, watch films. We used to play like Wii. We always used to go cinema. There was so much time on our hands. We'd have sex again. I'd have another meal, because I was having 7 meals a day back then. I was proper into my training and bodybuilding. We'd have sex before we went to bed. Like, how did I fit all that in? Honestly, how did I fit all that in? Now, I'm struggling to fit in, an hour and a half to watch a DVD. How did I have all that time on my hands? And how did I achieve so much in one day? Honestly, I woke up this morning, had some breakfast. It was a nice sunny day here in the southwest. I went and got a coffee and sat on the sunshine. By the time I looked at my clock, it was like 4 o'clock. I went home, had some dinner. Went and lied in bed and just had a little flick through my phone. It was like 9 o'clock, and now here I am, 10 o'clock at night now, making this video. Where did the time go? Where did the day go? It's wow. Now, I just said then I looked at my clock. Now, one of the things I've been practicing for many, many years now is not looking at clocks. I think this is a little life hack to the simulation that we find ourselves in, I think that if you want to be a time lord, yeah, like, Doctor Who is a time lord, right? You want to be a time lord? Don't look at clocks. Don't look at calendars. Use the sky clock. Look at the sun. Look where it's at in the sky. Look when it starts to go down. You don't need a clock. Now, for me, right now, as a single man, no kids, I only work on the weekends. So once I do my 2 days, that's it. I've got 5 days and I don't really look at the watch, the clock, the calendar all the times. I let my body wake up naturally. It's usually the sunlight beaming through my bedroom window that wakes me up. I know it's daytime because the sun's out. Same as I know when it's nighttime because the sun's disappeared and I'm starting to feel tired. Now maybe this is the reason that time's moving so fast for me. Maybe I need to start going back to Matrix time and looking at our, Gregorian calendar, our Roman British Empire GMT control mechanism of the clock. Maybe that will slow things down for me. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, bringing it back to the film Inception, as you go deeper into the dream and start having a dream within a dream, time becomes different. I don't remember the exact figures, but like an hour in dream time is like 5 minutes in real life. But when you go into the next dream, it doubles. So it's now 2 hours per 5 minutes. Then it doubles again. Now it's 8 hours and so on. It's something like that. It gets crazy to the point where if you go too many dreams deep, you can get stuck in a place they call limbo, where you go beyond time. And you can pretty much live, many lifetimes down there and become an old man. And pretty much lose your mind, And sometimes I think, is that where we're at now? Have we gone so far into the dream that we've gone beyond time now? Am I going to become an old man down here until, one of my teammates comes and gets me and I wake up and that whole lifetime was just a 5-minute dream? I don't rule it out, man. I don't rule it out. Last night I had a great conversation with Emily Moyer from Off Planet Media, and it was just a great conversation, man, because she's as wild as me, if not more wild, when it comes to the potential possibilities of what's going on with us all and what is here. And yeah, man, the conversation was just great, but it just got me thinking about so many different things, I mean, one of the things she asked me was like, what do I think is going on with Ukraine? And I said, like, I don't, honestly, I don't know. And then we went and we speculated what's going on, what could be going on, what are they hiding, what could it be a cover for, Is this a dream? And then we went on to some great topics like some really wild topics like, did we all die in 2020? Did I die in 2020? Am I just a ghost now living out my ghost-like fantasy? Like if we remember back to the film The Sixth Sense, right? To Bruce Willis' character, spoiler alert, everyone should know this by now, but he's a psychiatrist that has been sent to go help a kid that can see dead people, see ghosts. And obviously the twist of the film is that he himself, Bruce Willis, the psychiatrist, is a ghost. And he has this amazing, it's filmed really well at the end, that moment of realization when a penny drops that he's a freaking ghost. And he has a quick flashback of all of his time as a ghost and how it's, how it really looked and not what his perception of it looking like was. And obviously he looks down, he sees the gunshot wound. He accepts he's dead. And the film doesn't really say where he goes, but, he exits this reality. And he goes, he accepts he's dead, man. Now, Are we there? Are we at the point where it's only a matter of time before we accept we're dead and we look down and we see the gunshot wound in our stomach? Or whatever, you know? For us to all, for the whole globe, I say globe, not to wind up any flat earthers, I'm just using that word vaguely. You look at the whole world, if everyone died, it must have been something catastrophic like a meteor or mega tsunami that took us all out at once. And now we've all been transported to a different Earth where the simulation is kind of recorrecting itself. And as it's correcting itself, that's us right now. We're experiencing that because since 2020, like, synchronicities has been off the charts, man, off the Richter scales. To a point where you can just be like thinking about someone, like, oh, I wonder how Gary is. And next, you know, bleep, bleep, Gary will text you, right? Right? Most of us are having feelings like that. So yeah, time. How is it for you? How does it feel right now? Is it quicker? Maybe it's slower for some of us. I'd love to know people's personal experiences. So drop it down in the comments and stuff. And I'm going to duck out now. I'm going to keep my videos short and sweet on YouTube because anything longer than 10 minutes, I have an awful time with YouTube. So yeah, I keep these videos short and sweet. We live in a twilight world, and there are no friends at dusk.